Alright, what's up boys? Today we're going to be doing another video on the Aerial ESX series. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't record qualifying because they started practice twice, so I thought it was just practice again, but that's just my fault, simple mistake. But I qualified third. Edmund qualified first. He got a really good time with a 105.8, which is absolutely barking. But yeah, this is heat one. And gate's about to drop here. And as you can see, I got a pretty good jump, but I kind of got stuck in Evmove's back wheel, and once that happens, there's nothing you can really do. I tried backing out of it, but I just didn't brake quick enough, as this guy goes down in front of me and makes me go down too. So I'm pretty far back in the pack right now. I'm just making my way through the field past the guy on the Yamaha. This guy in front of me, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. It's the weirdest looking name I've ever seen. But got under him, get the triple on, off, jump into the rollers, and left is Carlos, who decides to throw a tsunami right here. So that was pretty easy. Yeah, just making my way through the field. Had a pretty good heat race actually. I mean, besides my start, I really didn't crash much. I think I only crashed once the entire heat race, and was actually running a pretty good pace, and made a lot of passes and worked my way through the field. So it was a really good race. As you can see, I'm back on the Cowie. I feel a lot more comfortable on it. Yeah, I feel like I did a lot better this race. Just made a a block pass on Carlos there. I don't think he went down or anything. It was just a nice block pass as Trips gets into the tough blocks, just like I always do. Get around him. This triple on-off section was really fun. You triple on, and you tire tap with your front nose. It's kind of weird, and you jump over and hit the whoops. It's a really fun section. Go down there. Bro, move! And as you can hear, we're kind of stuck together. And I wanted to get around him. I was getting a bit impatient. But yeah, I've worked my way up into 5th at this point. Really just gelling with this track. Daytona is one of my favorite tracks. It's more of an outdoor style track, and yeah, had a lot of fun this heat race. Went my way through the field. As you can see, chat here, including myself, we did not have a good time with the lappers. They were not getting out of the way this race. So yeah, hopefully we don't have to deal with that in the main. But as you can see, me take forever to type out a simple sentence. But yeah, it was the main event. I got a really good gate pick with the far inside gate here. And yeah, I think Evmove is to the right of me, who's usually a pretty good starter. And you saw what he did in the first heat. He got the whole shot and kind of just pulled away. So this time I'm gonna not make the same mistake, and hopefully get caught up with him. Yeah, as you can see, a pretty good jump. He had the better jump, so I kind of just backed out, and we both tuck into the inside, and yep, we're 1-2 off the start, and so a great start for both of us. And yeah, Evmove right here, he makes a slight mistake. He doesn't quite get it on enough to the triple on-off, so I get a better run into the whoops and just pass him around the left. So that was a really cool move. Because me and Evmove, even though we were tied for most of the outdoor season, we never even battled, so we had a cool little battle here. And I'm sure you guys know, but Evmove's really, really quick at Supercross, and he's not a dude that you want behind you because he's just not going to go down and pressure you for the whole race. So as soon as I got around him, I kind of knew I was in for a long ride, and just knew I had to stay consistent and stay up and run a good pace. But like I said, this track is so flowy. It's so good. It's great for racing. I just freaking love Daytona, and I feel like most people in this game like Daytona quite a lot too. So yeah, it's just a great track. Not many turns, but I mean, it's built well. It flows nice. Good job to Stone Rider or Nico, whoever made this one. You know, they used to switch tracks, but now it's just Stone Rider. As you can see, I kind of missed the tire tap off, so I kind of just jumped into the whoops, and Evan gains a little bit on me here. That's okay. But yeah, I'm back on the Cowie. I feel way more comfortable on it, just because I've been playing with the Cowie forever. And I think you can tell from this video, from last video to this video, how much more comfortable I feel on this bike, because you're going to see me have a really good race here, especially for Supercross, because I'm not very good at Supercross. So this race for me was really, really good, and I had a really good time racing this. As you can see here, just didn't quite get the drive, and case that triple in just a little bit, which makes me case the next triple, and Evan gets back around me. So now at this point, I'm just thinking, okay, I'm going to latch on the move. I don't want to start battling yet, because I don't want to lose too much time. I kind of just want to pull away from the guys behind me. So right now I'm just trying to latch on the move and see if we can go forward and create a gap behind us, and see if we can battle later on in the race, because I know he's going to be up here the whole race, so there's no point in us losing time to the guys behind us right now. You can see I get the triple on off almost perfect, but I have a slight bobble. Could have got a really good drive through that, but that's okay. Like I said, I wasn't trying to battle anyways. Yeah, Evan Barker, man. You're going to see just how good he is this video. He, when it comes to Supercross, well, actually, and motocross, both, he's just so freaking good. He's like the 250 version of Hubchap, almost, where he's fast and consistent, and this Supercross season, I really think he's going to get his first title. If Hemi can make all the races, it's going to be tough. And of course, no matter what, even if Hemi doesn't make the races, that move is not just going to get this title super easy, because there's plenty of guys that can win the title. But I think if Hemi misses a couple races, I think Emu's the clear favorite to win this title. And even if Hemi makes all the rounds, I still think Emu has a really, really good shot at winning this chip. It's probably a 50-50 between him and Hemi. Yeah, he makes another mistake on that on-off. It kind of seemed like he was struggling through that a bit, and I get a really good drive. Gain a couple tenths on him. Nothing major. Just at this point, I'm just trying to make sure I'm staying up, because you really don't want to go down the first few laps. Just so you can... Because if you go down, you get buried in the pack, and it's just not good. So running 108s right now, which is pretty good. My quali time here, which got me third, was a 106.2 or 106.3. So we're running about 2 seconds a lap slower than our quali pace right now, and Moose's quali time was a 105.8. So, yeah, he was barking. I knew he had the speed on me, and so I couldn't, it's not like I could be more consistent than him, because he's already super consistent, and it's not really like I could be quicker than him, because he already kind of had the pace on me. It's kind of just hoping to latch on at this point. Never really know what can happen in racing, so even though he was probably more consistent and probably faster than me, I know I'm not that much slower, and as you can see just by these first few laps, I'm sticking right with him within a second, and only losing like a 0.2 a lap, and not making any mistakes, riding super clean and smooth, and yeah, I think it's just real good to be back on the Cowie. I mean, I hate to blame stuff on the bike, but I hate to blame anything in this game besides anything on yourself. Like, if you're making mistakes, it's usually because of you and not because of the bike. But I think I've been playing this game long enough to know when I'm a bit uncomfortable on a bike. And don't get me wrong, I'm already not the best at Supercross, but it didn't help on the Honda. The reason why I was riding the Honda was just because I thought it would help me out with consistency, but I was just a bit uncomfortable on it, so nothing you can really do about that. But Cowie's obviously has been the quickest 250 in the game for over a year now. So, I mean, Cowie's no slouch. Everybody's riding Honda right now just because it's a great bike, and I think it got a little buff with the new OEM update. So, yeah, a lot of people are riding the Honda. People have been on the Cowie for over a year, so they're really getting tired of it and want to get off of it. And yeah, it's my screen just went black for a second. Sorry, but yeah, as I was saying, Guy's a great bike. As you can see, I'm still sticking right here with Edmove, which has been giving me a massive confidence boost because Edmove got second last year in Supercross, and I mean, I'm sure you guys, anybody who's watching this video knows how good Edmove is. So to be sticking with him like this is really good for me, and I'm having a really good ride. And like I said in my last video, hopefully you guys get to see me progress through Supercross, and I think this is a good showcase of just in a few days how much I've progressed. And I could have just had a good ride, and maybe last week I could have just had a bad ride. But my goal for this upcoming Supercross season, which starts in less than a week, this Friday is the first race. So that'll be super cool. Anaheim 1. Thank God COVID's over and we get to get back to our regular schedule IRL and in bikes. So that is really cool. But yeah, my goal for this season is to finish top 4 overall. I would say top 5, but I feel like that's kind of setting the bar too low. I mean, I just won the outdoor championship, so I feel like a top 5 would kind of be a disappointment to get. So probably top 4. Hopefully I get a top 3 in points. And if things go well, I mean, you never know. I can win the chip. There's rumors that Hemi's going to miss a few rounds. Edmove has told me that he might miss a round or 2, but it's most likely not going to happen with Edmove. So, I mean, if both of them miss rounds, I feel like it would be me versus Keegan for the championship. We probably won't win the most races. Well, actually, Keegan's really good at Supercross. He might win a lot of races. But I probably won't win the most races just because the only time I'd win is probably when Hemi and Edmove are gone. But you never know. On a track like this, where I'm really good at, I could always get a surprise win. And especially with these new tracks, I feel like I'm pretty good on new tracks that you have to learn pretty quick. At MX of Nations, we had to learn the track in under 30 minutes and just go right into the race. And yeah, I got first overall in my class. I went 7-2 against everybody. So I think that's pretty decent, especially because I was racing against 450s and people from all over the world, MX of Nations. So I think I'm pretty good at learning new tracks pretty quick. So I think that could give me a little bit of an advantage coming into this Supercross season. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But man, this track is super fun. I can take you through a lap here and try to tell you guys some of the quick lines. So obviously you want to rail this. I like to rail it in third, just gives me more drive and get my front nose over, bounce off the 2 singles, and then drive through the whoops in fourth. Here, sometimes I like to bounce and then get my front end over that first single, and then shift down to first and use engine braking for the wall jump. On off 290s, I hit them in third. Shift up to fourth, back down to third, and you can rail this berm really good, but it leads you right into the tough blocks. So in quali, you'll be railing it super fast, but in the race, I kind of like to back it down a bit. That way I don't go into the tough blocks. There I go, second, triple, shift up to third, triple. Right here is actually way quicker. I boner aired it because I wanted to tell this guy in front of me to move because he's been in front of me for a half lap now. And I know I'm not right on him, but I like to keep my distance in front of lappers because they always go down in front of you because, well, yeah, they're lappers. So I keep myself a distance. Again, I'm telling him to move, blue flag, please move, and he still isn't getting out of the freaking way. It's very frustrating. But yeah, finally I get around him because he makes a mistake, but you could see what the guys were complaining about in the heat race about the lappers. They're just not the best tonight. They always are not the best in Supercross because it's really hard to get out of the way in Supercross, but still, it's not really an excuse to be in the way. Yeah, as I was saying, I will take you guys through a lap, and I think we left off at this triple section. Here I like to hit the middle of these. It just keeps you the lowest. And yeah, shift into second, go triple, shift up to third, triple, I like to straight air these triples, and you go triple, triple, triple. I like to straight air them, just because they're kind of hard to scrub, because they're kind of, the landings are pretty steep. You can hit the right side of the Supercross triple and the finish line to keep you a bit lower. Here I like to go inside and use engine braking to get me slowed down, shift up to third for this corner, and go triple and hit the Supercross triple again on the right side. But I kind of took it in the middle because I didn't really know what Solberg was going to do. But he was a great lapper, so thank you, Solberg. Again, hit this one in third and get your front nose over. And yeah, I already walked you guys through this part. But yeah, as you can see by looking at the top left-hand side of your screen, that Edmove has pulled away a few tenths a lap and has now built the gap up to 3.5 seconds. But I think it might be right here. Yeah, he gets into it with a lapper, who everybody was complaining about this lapper after the race. He is probably the worst one. Gets into it with a lapper, loses a bunch of time, and now I'm kind of back on the hunt. Right here, I'm just watching these two lappers, and you kind of got to predict what they're going to do. This guy could sense he was about to go to the left, so I immediately jumped to the right and just barely miss him. And if you can see, if I would have kept going straight there, I would have ran right into the back of him. Yeah, his name was Brock. So Brock, if you're out there watching, you need to move next time, man. Everybody was complaining about you. And Croquette was a really good lapper, so thank you to him. Let me by. Here, triple, triple, and then single out. Kind of tough because there's tiny rollers. But yeah, Edmove makes another few mistakes, and yeah, I'm right back on him. So now this has kind of motivated me to kind of step up my pace a bit and start pushing a bit harder. And last year in PDSX, Edmove actually in this corner here passed me on the last lap for what would have been my first podium ever. And I was so mad about that, and I wanted to win this race so badly to get back at Edmove here at Daytona. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. Kind of overjumped that a bit, so I lose like a tenth or two. But yeah, right there I case and mess up this section and lose pretty much another second. I would say I was at one point I was within a second of him, and now I just lost probably 2 seconds. Yeah. At one point I feel like I was within a second of him, and now it's just out the window. So with 1 minute left to go in the race, I'm going to have to hope for a mistake out of him, because I don't think I'm going to be able to make up 3.5 seconds in 2 laps. As I think his name was Jacob, let me by, so thank you to him. But yeah, we'll just have to hope for Edmove to make a mistake. As yeah, he's quicker than me and definitely more consistent than me. But so far so good. I haven't had a single crash, not even really any mistakes. I know I've messed up that triple, triple, triple section once or twice, but other than that, I've had a nearly perfect race. My pace hasn't been the best. It's been around the 108 mark every lap, which is pretty good race pace, but you know, I'd like to keep it at the low 108s, and I'm getting in the 109s and high 108s. I'd like to keep it at the low 108s, maybe throw in a high couple 107s. But yeah, me and Move were kind of just cruising out there because the gap behind us was pretty big, so we had the room to kind of just back our pace down a bit. But this last lap, I'm trying to push as hard as I can to catch him, just in case anything does happen to him. He makes a mistake, cases a jump, gets into it with a lapper or something. But yeah, just really hoping, and thank you to Victor for letting me by. Really hoping he gets into somebody, makes a mistake or something. But yeah, I'm pushing 110% right now, trying to push my quali pace. As you can see right here, I push way too hard into the wall, slam into it, and get bikes physics and go down. So I think that's the end of me wanting to get revenge on Moof. But I mean, I'm not too upset about it. Moof is obviously really good at Supercross and is one of my buddies, so I'm still happy to always see him win. Victor lets me by again, so thank you to Victor. Sorry for going down in front of you. Must have been frustrating. But yeah, just bringing it home now. Triple, triple, triple. One last triple. Go to the right side of this Supercross triple scrub. And yeah, that's a main event here at Daytona. One of my favorite tracks. Super good track, intense racing, good flow. yeah, Daytona just always hits good. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. And yeah, if you don't mind subscribing, that would be great. And yeah, thanks.
My name, got the hottest chick in the game, wearing my chain, that's right, ho.